So what we have today is programs of prayer and contemplation. That is not what we want to discuss today. How can we solve practically the problem of prayer and contemplation? So when we go small, bit by bit, the greatest problem we have concerning the journey of contemplation is distraction. Distraction. What is distraction? Distraction is anything which hinders us from heeding the Holy Spirit who is residing in us, or anything that hinders the Holy Spirit from communicating with us. So, we summarize this term distraction as in this journey of contemplation that anything that opposes the way of the Holy Spirit in us, that hinders the Holy Spirit from communicating to us, and we as well communicating to the Holy Spirit. Very, very interesting. Now, since the Holy Spirit is the subject matter here, so we have to pay attention to that. Now, one of those things that creates this program is the imagination. The imagination, we have to talk about it in detail. What is the source of imagination? So, the major problem of distraction in prayer of daily prostration is imagination. When the imagination is being under control of another force. So, what is imagination? So, the intellect is the source of imagination. The intellect is the source of imagination. So, ultimately, when the intellect of a person begins to waver, distraction will begin to enter into his or her soul. So, the imagination happens primarily at the level of the intellect, but nothing enters into the intellect without passing through the senses. Thomas will also tell us that nothing enters into the intellect without passing through the senses. So from the senses will pass the information to the intellect. The intellect will abstract the intelligent species and then store them. Whatever he gathered, those things will remain in the intellect. The intellect will also communicate the truth, the abstracted truth, to the will. But the whole information will be stored in the memory. And whenever the intellect needs it, it goes to the memory and brings them out again and push it out for us to take. So from here, we can now ask this question: from where does the intellect obtain the material for its imagination? As I have already said, that the intellect is the source of imagination. So ultimately, when the intellect of a person begins to waver, distraction will begin to enter into his or her life. We will now ask the second question: from where does the intellect obtain the material for its imagination? We have already answered it. The intellect obtains the material from its imagination, mainly from the memory. Though, as I have explained, nothing enters into the intellect without passing through the senses. So, when those things come, goes down and stored in the memory. From where does the memory get its own materials? Very interesting, as we are doing schematically. The memory gets its materials mainly from the senses. You see the stages. The intellect gets its material from the memory gets from the senses. The memory is a storehouse where the sensorial perception are simply kept. This thing needs to be somehow demonstrated. Let us demonstrate it in this way. When we watch a film, or when we read a book, or when we have an encounter, the encounter happens in the physical. The first that we receive this encounter or this event is the senses, either the sense of touch, the sense of sight, the sense of smell, the sense, all the five senses will be the gateway through which these things will come. It is, this information is like ordinary information, but the intellect, being a spiritual faculties, and its object is the truth, we do what we call abstraction. Abstraction is a means where the intellect abstracts the intelligent aspect of it. What is life? For example, when somebody if somebody offers you a flower, the intellect will not take the flower and swallow the flower and put the flower physically in the brain. What the intellect will abstract from the flower is what is in the message, the truth about this flower, because this object is the truth. The intellect will now abstract the truth of the flower, which ordinarily is called love. This love is what the intellect will take. This person that offers me a flower, his love is like expressing love to me. So the intellect will abstract love. And this love is what the intellect will store back into the memory. So the memory takes it. Anytime is now time for prayer or time for anything, time for quietness, time for meditation, the flower will appear, which definitely will speak to the intellect that this is love, and from there other intellect begin to analyze it. As this process of analysis is going on, we begin to experience distraction. So we actually have to go some ways in order to subdue it. The distraction that is coming from the storehouse of our memory can be grouped into three. I use three instances that normally distract people in Africa to speak about this distraction. The first one is butterfly distraction or disturbing fly. In Africa, there is this type of fly that are so friendly, they like to lick one's wings. So, if it comes on you and you wave your hand and try to pursue that insect, that little fly, now you are just like welcoming it back. You feel like you are playing with it or with him, or in this way, the insect will begin to come more and more, and it can enter your eyes, it can enter your nose. The more you try to take it away, the more it comes. But it is not, this insect is not harmful, or this little fly is not harmful, because it only wants to lick your sweat. It only also wants to play with you. So waving it out will not pursue it. It keep on coming. So when it perch on you, it's not harmful. It does not kill you. It's just continue to distract. And if you begin to play with this insect, it can keep you busy throughout the whole day. You will not do anything again. We call this disturbing fly. In your own country, you can also find type of incense. You can give it any name. I don't want to call it the name we call it here. So, if you have such an incense, you can easily understand what I'm saying. There's another one called mosquito bite distraction. Mosquito is almost everywhere in the world. Mosquito, in some part of the world, like Africa here, mosquito distraction. If the mosquito enters your net in the night, you cannot sleep. If you know that you cannot sleep with all the noise you'll be making, mosquito as well can bite you and cause you malaria, and you can suffer malaria, especially in this part of Africa. So if mosquito bites you, it can cause you malaria, and malaria can result to another sickness. And those ones go. There's another insect in Africa also called sassafly distraction. Sassafly is one serious fly. His own that doesn't make noise. He's always quiet. He's very calm and target. What he does is, anytime he wants to attack you, he will move on you, then hit the person, begin to suck the blood. As he's sucking the blood, you will be something like blowing it such a way that you'll be feeling some cool. So after taking enough part of your blood, he will also inject you a particular poison that will make you to be sleeping all the time. So this sense of fly can cause you to suffer what we normally call sleeping sickness. So if you're sitting down when you are not supposed to be busy doing something, you doze on because of the poison that the fly have already injected in you. So in this way, we see the three instances we use his name to try to describe three major categories of distraction that one can experience while praying. The first one is mild, but afraid is just continuous, but it is more annoying because it takes you close your eyes to pray, you see yourself moving from kitchen to your bedroom, to your place of work, to all your friends. You are kneeling down, you are praying, but you are all over the world. You can't even gather yourself. We call this disturbing fly distraction. The other one is mosquito bite distraction, which we are going to, okay, let's just take it one by one. So that this is a voluntary distraction born of our conscious desire to give room for a deviation which takes us away from our prayer or meditation. So here, this distraction is, we created it. Maybe you are planning, you are coming for prayer, you have not put certain things in order. Those things you have not finished will come to you. There is unsettled business. There are some work you have not done well. There are some friends you're supposed to settle. There are those you are owing, and so on and so forth. There are a program you have. A student is preparing for an exam, and he is praying. While he has a lot of book to read, and he's doing some work, the mind will not actually be there. But until he has already fixed himself and fixed those things in order. That is what we call disturbing fly distraction. So it is important we know it. The other one called mosquito bite distraction. These distractions are the type of distraction that may arise from physical tiredness or physical sickness. One is actually sick. You have a cross you have not settled. You have a spiritual challenge. You have something that faces you. A big work that you're supposed to do. Somebody accuses you falsely, and you have a lot of things facing you as a trouble, a cross that you have to carry, and you are thinking of how to go about it. This is what you call mosquito bite distraction. It has impulse on you. It has force on you. You have to face it. It's a reality you have to face, and you cannot avoid it. You cannot avoid it. Especially this time around, a lot of people are worried. How can we feed ourselves? What can I do to go to Mass? When I go to Mass, how can I to receive Christ? When I will receive Him in the hand, I will receive Him in the tongue. All these become a challenges. Even while you are sitting down and praying, it's boiling in your heart and it's distracting you. A lot of things keep on moving and keep on going in the heart. You in the contemplation, when this type of thing is there, you may hardly fly. So they need to be quieted. We are going to tell you what and what you should do generally to avoid it. Now, sense of pride distraction, these are distractions that are arising from failure in life, falling into some grievous evil or depression due to uncertainty. This one can be caused by someone who is living a state of mortal sin. You have done some terrible evil. You have a serious crisis. Someone died for you. You have a friend you are missing. The person is dying, and you are there. You have nothing to do. You lose. You have made a great loss that has almost shattered your entire life. You have been fired from your job, and so on and so forth. You have no hope. There is uncertainty of life, and you want to pray. This type of distraction can be there to create a lot of confusion in you. Or you feel that people are pushing you, they want to kill you. This also can also be a sort of distraction. So what and how can we, in general, do away, curtail this distraction? I will make one statement categorically for us that Many a times, these distractions cannot easily be removed because they are in the storehouse of our memories. The only thing we have to do is to curtail and subdue and move ahead. You cannot kill all the enemies in the battlefield, but you can escape, do many things, and conquer and come back. Our target in the journey of contemplation is to fly above all these distractions. I repeat, our target in this journey of contemplation is to fly above all these distractions, to fly with the wing of love. As the distraction is hitting us, we are flying, we are moving, flying higher and higher and higher until the land there. Now, there are few things I would recommend. Number one, you having right motivation. Are you really making a journey of prayer? Do you really want to make this journey of contemplation? Are you really searching for Christ in the sanctuary of your heart? If one is, are they actually searching? Why are you even doing this? What is motivating you? Why do you want to marry Christ? Why do you want to enter into the sanctuary of our heart? As up to now, I still believe that most of us have not actually known why this conference. Why am I making this effort? Why people are trying, some people in the questions is busy asking me, when is rapture happening? When is 3 days darkness happening? What shall we do on that and that? And in the end of all the lecture, hardly will the people ask important question that is deep and connected to the lesson. Hardly. They will be asking of external things that is not important because they don't even know what we are doing. It is only when we finish this program that many of you begin to ask, why did Barnabas spend every Saturday and talking about journey within, finding Jesus in the sanctuary of our hearts? The answer is very simple and very, very simple for a simple mind, which is that a time is coming only when it will be only those who have God in the sanctuary of their heart will have peace. Only those who knows where to find Him. You will go to up, you will not see Him. They go to the mountain, you will not see Him. Search Him up, east and west, you will not see Him. But He is there in the sanctuary of our heart. It is only those who know how to turn inward, penetrate within the sanctuary of their heart, and gaze at Him will be consoled. All the rivers and ocean will dry up, but the river that is flowing from the sanctuary of our heart will not dry up. When I talk this way, I'm not saying that the ocean, Atlantic Ocean will dry, or the Pacific Ocean will dry. I'm only trying to say that there will be dryness, spiritual dryness all over the world. That it is only finding God, who is in the sanctuary of our heart, that will be the solution. And it is very important we get hold of this. We are conscious of this, and now have the right motivation, desire to have Him, because He is all and all. The renewal of everything in the world is when man turns back to the Creator. We have to go back to the one who created us. He is the one where we have our origin. So in order to restore ourselves into the fullness of His love, we have to go back to Him. And He is the only one who will restore us. Augustine will say, if you want the passion of yourself to obey you, you have to if we subject ourselves to the higher being, the higher authority, the higher leader, then the subject will obey. The subject will obey. If man were able to surrender his own will to God, then all these faculties, all this noise within us will quieten itself on its own, because the commander is from the front, at the top, giving the instruction, so that the entire body will now obey. But when we rebel with God, when we quarrel with God, when we don't even know Him, when we fight Him in every way, when we are abusing Him in everything, even in our prayer, even in our devotion, in our daily life, we are quarreling and fighting with Him, we will continue to have rebel. There are many things we cannot do by ourselves, which God can also do. When we carry ourselves into this tunnel of contemplation, then all this distraction and all this weakness, the grace of God will be like fire and consume them. Now, the second point is choosing the right place for prayer and meditation. Some people does not have environments, a place for prayer. No matter how busy the world should be, they are not, no matter how you occupy, even in your own house. Look at some of our devotees. In their own house, they will have 3-bedroom flats, for instance, or 3-bedroom apartment. In the center of their house, there will be no home for Jesus. They will put very big plasma television, very big cushions, and dining and other things. There will be no space for Christ in that home. Jesus expects that in such a home, before you begin to plan how this house will be, there must be a chapel, a meeting place with God. The people of Israel, as they are going, making their move, going to meet God, something always happens. God will always come back and tell them and live in their midst, in what they call the tent of meeting. So let there be a sanctuary in your home. Let there be, even in your, for those who have a bigger space, in a garden, create a quiet garden like Mary of Nazareth. We always have a beautiful garden with beautiful flower. John will always say, I always like to go to Nazareth because I love to see that beautiful garden our Lady had. So let there be a garden where you have time to look at nature and look at the beauty of the nature. This is the second point which we must actually embrace. So having the right place for prayer and meditation. Then the third point is choosing the right time and keeping the time of prayer. We have already said this. In meditation needs to have a constancy. It's not something you do today, you don't do it again. Have a time for meditation. Time for meditation should, or time for your prayer, maintain that time. No matter whatever the current world will be, try to fix it. You must, and let it be the best time. The time you have the energy. The time you are not tired. Because it is a spiritual journey. It's work. Prayer is work. Create it in your own curriculum. It may even be those who are working in the office, they have 1 hour rest out of their work. It can take 30 minutes out of that 1 hour as time of prayer. You can also take early in the morning, you can also be in the evening. Any best hour, depending on your own nature. Let that be. Now, healthy body enhances a sound mind, and this in turn supports meditation. Meditation, very important. We need to also be healthy as much. Some people at times treat their body in such a way that they find it even difficult to pray. So Pope John Paul II, we thought about the theology of the body. The body is not even the cause of our sin. Some people think that one of the major problems they don't have, they need to kill this body, kill this person, like the body. No. When the mind is committed to God, and also the body is as sound as it should be, you are healthy enough, you can also have a stronger mind also to meditate. But that does not mean that we are ruling out mortification and fasting and all that. In the midst of all these things as well, one needs to be healthy and sound. Curbing our senses. Senses is anything that will make the senses to be controlled by a rule function has to be cut. Like we have done that, controlling our five senses. Now, having done these few things, that is what we have to do now, which is different from other type of prayers. We call it pushing the goal of contemplation through the aid of centering prayer, which we are going to use as the last point. If you're able to control all these forms of distraction and reduce them with the help of grace, whatever one feel that you cannot do, we ask for the grace of God to do it. God can also support us with His grace. Now, let us see how we can push forward. Try to quieten this noise. Try to make a positive move with the aid of contemplation. let us see of what we call centering prayer. I would like all those who are listening to pay attention to this important part, centering prayer. The psalmist says, may my meditation be pleasing to you. Psalm 4, from 104 verse 4 say, may this, they normally say that, may the meditation of my heart and my thoughts, everything, be acceptable in your own sight. Now, in centering prayer, we learn to struggle to center our mind on a particular person. So look at what is centering prayer. Centering prayer is a very simple method of prayer for beginners in which we open ourselves to God and consent to God's presence in us and God's action within us. It is like two friends sitting in silence, just being in each other's presence, as Thomas Kelly will say. That centering prayer is just like two friends sitting at each other, talking to each other, and gazing at each other. Let us see the method of centering prayer. Centering prayer. The core of centering prayer is sacred word, or what we call words. Just like two friends a child learning to speak. When a child want to learn how to speak, the child speaks with a word, a particular word. He can begin to call father, father, father. He concentrates. If the child can be carelessly calling that word father, he goes around father. If you ask him, boy, what is that? He said, father. He said, what is your name? Father. What is your school? Name of your school? Father. Everything is father, because the child wants to learn how to say father. So in centering prayer, we make use of what we call sacred word. Pay attention to that. Now, and some people call it mantra in Latin. Now, preparation for central prayer, how does it happen? What are the ways to do it? Pay attention, because at the end of this, I will give you an assignment you must do if you are to follow the next week program. So take 1 minute. Few methods. Number one, take 1 minute or two to think about a word that may express one's feeling of being present to God, or God's presence in one's heart, or God's action in one's life, or one's faith, or one's aspiration. So the first thing you have to do is to take some time now to think about what is the word that I will use in order to call the name of God, in order to waken my spirits. You begin to think of a word. So let that word come to your mind. Any word that comes to your mind. Some people may call God Father, as I've mentioned. Any word you think about. So you choose it. We are going to tell you what to do. The second point is the word could be a sacred word, or it could be some other word. It may even be a sacred word. It may even be merciful. Merciful. Because God has done many things for you. You always see God as merciful, loving. Okay? My great lover. Anything else? My king. Only one word. Only one word. Don't forget about it. Any word could be chosen, provided that it is one in the presence of God, or help one to be in the presence of God, or to submit one's whole being to God and His will. Very, very, very important. Any word could be used. Anything, any word, any sacred word could be used. Okay. Action during centering prayer. What we do? The only thing we do in this first one is to choose a word. That's what I tell you now. Second part is that we should stop thinking about God. Now, you will be sorry for what I just said. In centering prayer, what you should concentrate is that word. Stop thinking about God now. Just pause. Don't think about God. Just concentrate on the word. We should let God act in us. Let God be the one who will be acting. Concentrate on that word. Don't think about Him. Look at the the blind beggar, the who wants to be cured, Barnabas, as Jesus was passing by, he inquired who is coming, and they stared him with Jesus of Nazareth. He shouted, Jesus of Nazareth, have mercy on me. Jesus of Nazareth, he was not thinking of anything, he's concentrated on that word. As if he was rebuking him and talking to him, he insists doing that. We should give God a chance to manifest himself in us in this world. Okay? Okay, what happens during centering prayer? We have already. Okay, look, the next point should be how to get into centering prayer. Number one, choose the second word, which we have already done. Okay. What happens during centering prayer? Okay, what happens during centering prayer is that as we are involved in centering prayer, God starts through our personal history and heal all that is needed in us. So God is one doing the work. God heals the wounds of our childhood, our self-inflicted wounds. Those things we have done in the first or second conference. God takes control and be the one who is working in us. That's what happens. God brings whatever is good in us to full flowering through the grace of the Holy Spirit. Then the last is that God will lead the person involved in centering prayer to the advanced stage of faith, hope, and charity, or to the higher stage of consciousness. Now, let us now see how we do it. Spiritual exercise, I choose. Okay, I will. Yeah. So, let's go to the. Let us go forward to some important how this centering prayer is being done. Okay, what we have to do is, for example, as we have chosen any of these words, you choose any of these words like Jesus, Mary, console, peace, or mercy. Now, how this should be done is that we have to take this word, keep a seat where we can sit down quietly, and then close our eyes gently and begin to call these words for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You can do it within these 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Nothing should be there to distract us. We should not be thinking about God, as I have already mentioned here. I said during the centering prayer, we should not think of anything else. Let the only thing that should be in our mind is only God. Look at what we do. We should stop thinking about God. We should allow God to speak to us. We should give God a chance to manifest in us. Just what I mean is this. In centering prayer, you sit down, you close your eyes, you choose a word. And when you choose that word, it may be just like Jesus. Just concentrate on that name Jesus. And call that name Jesus for 20 minutes. Without thinking of Jesus, without thinking of anything. Our ability to concentrate on that word, just like Jesus, 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 for 20 minutes. When you finish, when 20 minutes is over, you now keep quiet, only to remain calm, not to think about your weakness, but concentrate on God and feel Him. Let Him speak to you and let you work on Him. If you begin this, what you are doing now is you learn how to quieten the force and powers of the intellect. Very, very important. So that is why I have to, okay, look at how you have to do it. I repeat, how to get into the central prayer. Choose a sacred word that will manifest your feelings. After doing that, sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Settle down and slowly begin to pronounce that sacred word. When you become aware of the thought, sensation, or feeling, or any perception, return gently to that word. At the end of 20 minutes of prayer, remain in silence with eyes closed for a couple of minutes. Then you wake up. You now open your eyes. It can take you for 30 minutes, but you have to do it. So I encourage and want you to do this. This will be one of the methods, one of the ways to help to checkmate distraction. At least you will be able to learn how to quieten your eyes, your mind for the first time. It is the first practical method towards contemplation, towards concentrating in our mind. Take the direction again. Having choose your second word, you take your seat, maybe to your garden, to any place where you like. You begin to pronounce that word you have chosen. Then, after you have done it, if your mind within that 20 minutes, your mind is going back to think about the world, or think about heaven, or you are seeing, or anything else, return. Concentrate completely on that word. Don't think of anything. Just concentrate on that word. Don't even think of God. Concentrate on the word. Having done this for about 20 minutes, you keep silent. You now remain silent. And you only concentrate on that word. Having done it for some time, then you open your eyes. You will see what will happen. When we did this in Holy Land, and or the first time, some people who has even the high blood pressure was able to find that their mind calms down. Those who are having big headaches seem like something has been removed in them. Then people who find it difficult to sit down and concentrate will actually find it difficult. Because in doing this, a soul or a person is experiencing rest for the first time. So, rest is not actually when we sleep. Some people will be sleeping thinking that they are at rest, whereas they are not at rest. Okay, now, see the spiritual exercise you are going to do, as I have already said. Choose any of the following way for your centering prayer tonight. Or if this is your afternoon, find the time. So do it. You have to do it. Choose any of this. You can choose Jesus. You can choose Mary, console, peace. You can choose mercy. Any of them, sit down. Begin to call that word mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy for 20 minutes without thinking of anything else except that word mercy. After 20 minutes, you keep some silence. After quite some quietness, then if you feel like, you can even set an alarm clock for you to know the 20 minutes. If you don't feel like, you can also use yourself to get the 20 minutes. That is what we have today. And I pray that God, who is mercy itself, will come to us and increase His love in our heart and help us to enter this journey. I equally thank all of you who have done so much in supporting us, have sent in some donations to support the apostolate within this week. May the Lord blessing you and replenish you and favor you with His grace and His blessing. We assure you of our prayers, and we will always remain keep you in our hearts, in our prayers, and live united. That in the end, all of us will meet together and see God face to face in heaven through Christ our Lord. So in the next 15 minutes, if you are still there, you can type in your question. I expect that most of you should ask questions that concern this journey we are making. Most of the questions you are asking is showing that you are not either doing the exercise or you are not following well. If you are actually following, ask questions that make sense, because I know that there's a lot of difficulties and challenges in this topic. All the topics we are talking. Even the monks, the nuns who have stayed much in the monastery and practiced it, we have a lot of discussion and problem on how to encounter this. So I encourage you to ask these questions as we come back. May God bless you as you come through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.